Hey everyone, Jason Weckerle here. This is kind of a sad video. Today's been a pretty bad day overall, and a very good day. I'll explain one thing that happened first. The other evening, my wife, my friend, and I went fishing over in Lake Negawicka at Negawaki Park. And when it got dark, I stupidly left a very valuable backpack of fishing gear and didn't notice it for 2 days until I went to go fishing again and my backpack was gone. So I started freaking out. I went back to the park. It wasn't there. I called the police department to see if someone turned it in. I called the parts department, left a message, posted all over Facebook fishing pages, and it wasn't turning up for a few hours. So I said a prayer to God to help me find my backpack, because there was a lot of sentimental lures in that backpack that go back to all the way 20 plus years ago when my dad was still alive. And they were lures he gave me, lures I accumulated over the years and bought myself. But it was a lot of fishing tackle to lose, and a lot of money, and a lot of sentimental value. And I thank God the parts department found it. I just picked it up. And then on the way home, I suddenly look over at a pond I usually fish. And I'm going to show you guys what happened. So if you guys have been watching my page for a while, you might recognize this spot. You might not. But this is a spot where my wife caught her biggest largemouth bass. Holy crap, my wife just hooked into a huge bass. Whoa, watch out, babe, watch out. I got it. Oh, that's a big one, babe. I guess the pond does have big bass.
Holy crap, are you kidding me?
Oh!
Dude, I don't think I've caught one that big ever.
Wow, babe.
Are you kidding me? What?
Swallowed your Ned worm.
That's one of my biggest bass.
Wow. That's, dude, that's 21 inches.
Oh my God.
Easily. Look at that mouth.
This might be my biggest bass.
All right, let's hurry up and get him back without being seen. All right. That's awesome, babe. And you might be thinking, well, where's all the water? That's a good question. Because this pond is completely drained. Everything's been killed off. Obviously, if there's no water, there's no fish. And we talked to the person that owns the property here, and it turned out this is a church right here. It turned out the church was sick and tired of fishermen leaving trash behind, and they were sick of picking it up after them. Basically, they said they drained the pond and they might be filling it in with dirt and planting grass. And the owner of the pond, or one of the people who run this place, they basically told me if they do fill it back in, they're going to put a chemical in the water to make sure weeds don't grow. And well, if there's no weeds, there's not going to be any fish. But they don't want people fishing here anymore because, well, people left trash behind and they were sick and tired of picking it up. This is something I talked to you guys about on my Facebook page, or YouTube page here, sorry. And basically, you have to pick up after yourselves. You have to realize that we're being given rights to fish a lot of these spots. And those rights can be easily taken away from us if even one idiot, one stupid person ruins it for the rest of us. But the guy was telling me he was picking up night crawler containers, fishing line, like clumps of fishing line, soda cans, beer cans. And this is a church. Like, you don't come onto someone's property and trash it like that. And they were always nice enough to let us fish here. The guy that was talking to me basically told me he feels really terrible that they had to do this, but they're most likely going to fill it in with dirt and plant grass. which is really sad because this pond had some very big bass. My wife caught her biggest one out of here. It had to be about 21.5 inches, 22 inches or so. But this is absolutely terrible. I'm literally standing right in the spot my wife was reeling in or caught her biggest bass. We didn't catch a lot of bass out of here, but we're not to be catching any bass anymore, and that's very, very sad. So the moral of the story is pick up your trash. Make sure you're doing everything right as a fisherman, as an outdoorsman, to make sure we can keep our rights and keep our freedoms, and we have the privilege to fish places, because anywhere, even if it's public, it can sooner or later be shut down to fishermen. Even if it's public, they can just put no fishing signs, ban fishing for good. If people are leaving dead fish on shore, like carp, sheep's head, dogfish, I found all sorts of dead fish, garfish. If people are leaving trash behind, people are getting into fights, being rowdy all day and night, anything can get your rights taken away. But I'm glad I got my backpack back today that I lost. But I was not happy driving by and seeing this. This made me really sad, seeing a good fishing pond completely destroyed. And I can't say I blame the church for that at all, because I had to pick up trash here a few times myself. And it's just a matter of time. If you have a private pond that you have permission to fish, pick up your trash. If it's public water, pick up your trash, because you never know if you're going to lose your rights and your privileges. Well, I just made it back home and took a shower. I'm going to relax now after a really rough day and having the crap scared out of me, thinking I lost over $1,000 of fishing tackle. I have to give a big thanks to the Waukesha, Lake Negawicka, Waukesha County Park System. The guy who works over at Negawaki Park. I know these are funny names. We have a lot of Native American names here in Wisconsin for lakes, rivers, towns. But the Negawaki Park Ranger found my backpack, and he was nice enough to hold on to it till someone came and got it or called about it. All my stuff was still in there, but it was soaking wet. And right here, this is all the stuff I could have lost. Which, if you guys know, I mean, a Rapala original costs $8 to $10, 10 to 12, 13 bucks for Etz wraps. You add all this up, all the soft plastics that were in this bag, some of these marabou jigs that I have drying out when I turn that thing on. The fan is drying them out. But every single thing in here, even these spinners, are $2.50 to $4.50 a piece. Basically, it would have been a really, really bad thing if I never saw that backpack again. So thank you to the Negawaki County Park, Lake Negawicka Park Ranger who found it. If you're watching this video by any chance and you recognize me, you're a really good guy. Thank you for that. But I'm sorry this wasn't a more pleasant video overall. I wanted to show you guys the clip of my wife catching her biggest bass, which you guys already saw. And then you got to see the pond as well, all dried up and drained, ready to be filled in with dirt and grass, or refilled with chemically treated water of some sort. I'm not sure what they're going to do to that place. But this is a major reason I'm very, very skeptical about sharing fishing info when it comes to spots with strangers or too many people, even people that I know and can't particularly trust, because you attract the wrong person, the wrong people to a fishing spot. They'll leave their trash behind, they'll poach and take too many fish. I've seen it all, and losing a good fishing pond, a good fishing spot, because people are idiots and can't pick up after themselves is really unfortunate and really sad. Especially a pond that produced 22-inch largemouth. I mean, we're not going to get that back anytime soon. Even if they filled that pond back up, restocked it, it would take 6-7 years before we even see a 5-pounder again. So a 5-pound bass. Makes me really sad and upset, but I'm happy I got my backpack back after losing it like an idiot. It was dark out. The backpack is dark blue. It was laying on the ground. We just walked right by it and didn't even think to grab it or see it. Things happen, but I normally double check and triple check every spot before I leave, and the one time I didn't, I forgot almost over $1,000 of fishing tackle. Thank God my faith in humanity and mankind was restored today. If you ever find anyone's stuff, always try to make sure you find a way to get it back to someone. Put it on the internet, on Craigslist, a notice, or put it on Facebook, a notice. Any fishing website if you find fishing tackle. Just put it out there that you found someone's stuff and try to get it back to them. If they don't come and collect it, finders keepers, I guess. If you guys like this video, subscribe to my page, hit the like button. Sorry it wasn't a more pleasant video. Sorry there wasn't more fishing involved in this video, but I wanted to show you guys what happened to that pond and tell my story about the missing backpack. Take care, good luck fishing, maybe see you on the water.